welcome back! Today, we're playing Tavern Talk. Now, I have to warn you, I have already played this game. I'm sorry. But it's true, I haven't played it to completion, but I certainly did give it a try. I did want to stream this. I bought it thinking that I wanted to stream it, but I was a bit nervous to stream for reasons. But well, here we are, and I'd still love to give it a go with you guys. So we'll do a new stay altogether, but yeah, you can see I'm on chapter 11 in Act 2, so I'm pretty far in. I love that they have these, but I'll stick with my she-her.
Once upon a time in a world far, far away, in a realm ruled by dragons and magic. Well, actually it was this line specifically. Not that far away. Let me start over. Once upon a time, somewhere in Gaia, not that far away, there was a tavern. My tavern. A place for anyone looking for an adventure or a quick refreshment. A place open to everybody. Even jackdaws, I suppose. But I'm not just your typical innkeeper. My drinks are infused with magic to aid ambitious adventurers on their quests. To make sure they always return victorious. Big shoes to fill, I know. Then
Sorry.
what's the worst that could happen?
I'm trying to set it up so I can see chat on my phone. Usually my setup is slightly better than this, but it is not today. This is not how I wanted this to go, no lie. So it should be noted that I cannot see chat right now. I'm trying to set it up. Okay, live. Stream. I can see myself. I would love to see chat. There we go. Alright. It's been a while since I've had to do this. I did do this a lot, actually, when I first started streaming, but I guess we are back to the olden days. Hiya, Innkeep. How's it going? All fine and dandy? Can't complain. How about you, Fable? All fine and dandy? Yes, all fine and dandy. I had such an exciting day. Really exciting. Did you go on an adventure? Even better. I took a walk around the grove. I replanted a mushroom that had fallen over. Then I patiently waited for it to turn into a mushroom monster. Or a mushroom mimic. Maybe a gnome? Did it? No. But I got to take another walk around the grove. How was it? Great. I got to see the same stones, the same trees, and the same amaranthine hydra guarding the entrance to Avalon, the same moss. I even got to water the asters. They didn't really need it, but I was there, so... Sounds very exciting. Who am I kidding? My life is as exciting as a roasted nut. Nuts are healthy, very thrilling in sauces or as a snack. There are various types of nuts: walnuts, peanuts, hazelnuts. I'm allergic. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, no worries. I mean, I never told you. And hey, at least something would happen if I ate a nut. Just not something very fun. anaphylactic shock and all that. Does that count as an adventure? No, I think that counts as a mistake. So, what you're saying is that you're missing some spice. Oh, no. I have a very sensitive stomach. I don't think chilies would help me much. Though I'm very good at growing Phoenix chilies. I was talking about spice in your life. Oh, that's what you meant. Well, yes, exactly, that's it. There's no chili flakes, no garlic, no dragons. Just a lot of salt. I'm like a bland soup. So a classic case of boredom, I see. Do you know that feeling when nothing exciting is going on in your life? Like, life isn't bad, but also not particularly fun. Have you tried adding some zest to your soup? Huh? Drama, buzz, excitement, something fiery. Go to the theater or a gala. Arrive in a hot air balloon. A hot air balloon? Don't they fly up really high? Yeah, I think that's the point. I'm afraid of heights. And of people. And of actors. But apart from that, I'm trying. I tried singing. But what is singing if not telling a tale? How can I sing of things if I never live through anything? What do you mean? Well, day in, day out, I live the same green soup of routines. Sure, I have my forest and I look after it, but I want to get out there and see something. Like, for example, listen to the song I started writing. I wish to be a hero, slaying mighty drakes. I wish to meet a pretty nymph rafting by the lakes. Sounds like a good song opening to me. Oh, really? You think so? Well, perhaps it has a nice flow to it. But nothing actually happens in it because all I do is sit around and wish for things to happen. I don't even know what nymphs do. I've never met one. Taxes, maybe? No, I don't think so. I would love to sing about the amazing, exciting, magical things I encounter. But to be honest, the most exciting thing in my life is coming to your tavern and discovering new drinks. Not a lot of songs you can write about that. I wouldn't mind a jingle. I'll think of one. Can I mention nymphs? I'd prefer if you didn't. Okay, maybe one day I'll get to offer them their own jingle. In the meantime, can I offer you a drink? Yes, I'd love a drink. The usual? Yes, please. That means a swift strike. In case you forgot. Thank you for the reminder, Fable. It's my favorite. It always makes me feel like a featherlight nymph floating on the waves of a sunny lake. Do you want to be with a nymph or be the nymph? Oh, hey, Blank, and hey, Des. Nice to see you here. You guys gave me the courage to ban that one person and actually stream, so I did. Thank you for hanging out. Both? But mostly I want a swift strike. Message received. Although, I was wondering, I've been coming to the tavern for so long and I still don't know anything about how you make your drinks. Could you show me? I have played this before. Well, the beginning of it. I'm sorry, but I took an oath to take the secrets of mixology to my grave. Really? No, but I do value my secret recipes. I understand. I guess I'll just have to try and recreate the Swift Strike from my memory alone. Good luck with that. I shall make you a proper one for reference. I know it so well. 1, 2, 3, and a little bit for Andu. And then some intelligence. And defense, if I remember correctly. Heck yeah. Here you go. Enjoy. Thank you. This is exactly what I needed. Those adventures you dream of, aren't you scared they'd be the end of you? Maybe, But how would I know if I never try? Do you actually want to try? Well, yes, I want to tell great stories, but... But what? Never mind. How can I help you? A drink. For you? Oh, it's super relaxing. It just came out, well, I don't know whether yesterday, because it's 3 a.m. It just came out yesterday. I was super excited for it. Right. What kind? Drinkable. Very specific. Thank you. How about a spoken heart? Some charisma couldn't hurt. Sure, whatever. Alrighty, charisma is 1, 2, 3. I can't remember. Spoken heart. Some defense and strength. And for undo. There we go. This should be digestible. Maybe even tasty. Thanks. Almost washes away the memories of that banshee haunting the lonesome lagoon at night. And her bone-shattering song of sorrow. Almost. Well, goodbye then. Alright, the brooding type I see. What are you thinking about, Fable? Just dreams. Yours or someone else's? Mine. Other people seem to have the courage to follow theirs. Why can't I be like that? Isn't that up to you? I wish it was. My brother says my dreams are a fool's errand, that I'm running away from where I belong. We are rangers, Fable. We belong to the woods, like the stream that ripples down the mountain, or the birds in the trees. We keep the balance. It's what we're meant to do. And is that what you want to do? Yes. No, not really. I want to experience things outside the safe borders of the forest. I want to live a life so full of adventure, boredom will feel like bliss. I want to be brave and strong. I want to sing songs about my adventures that make other people yearn for the same freedom. Of course, I could never leave the Ashen Grove behind forever. It's my home. But there's nothing wrong with going away from time to time, right? I mean, my brother looks after the grove, as well as my sisters. I think he'd be fine without me. Then you should do what your heart desires. Will it stop aching then? I think so, yes. What if... It's wrong to leave, though. What if destiny never meant for me to leave? What if it did? That would be a dream come true. Be your own genie, Fable. Your adventures start with you. Thank you, Innkeeper. You really are the most exciting part of my day. And real quick. Let's see. We made a Swift Strike. Be a leaf on the wind with a Swift Strike. This is a must-have for any dexterity-devoted adventurer. Grants you agility, speed, and remarkable accuracy. Oh, and a tasty drink. With an order this delicious, you'll exceed any dwarf skill count in no time. And then we have Fable, Elf, age 110, pronouns they them, class of Ranger, background Ashen Grove, alignment neutral good, Arcana the Hanged Man. Fable Verafina is a ranger taking care of the Ashen Grove. They're a sweet and gentle soul and a regular at the Wayfarer's Inn. They dream of being an adventurer, but are troubled by severe anxiety about, well, everything really. Their nut allergy probably doesn't help either. Greetings, traveler. How may I help you? You own this establishment, Innkeep? Last time I checked. With whom do I owe the pleasure? The name's Carolyn. This reminds me of Coffee Talk. Actually, I do think that they are similar games. I don't know if they're made by the same people, but I did see in the recommended for this game was Coffee Talk. So, yes. You can call me Care or Lynn. Couldn't care less. Nice to meet you, Lynn. What can I do for you? Perhaps something to drink? You do the thing with the quests, right? So they say. Do you want one? You can have a look at my notice board. Ugh, no. No quest for me. But I may have one for you, or your notice board. Tell me more. Heard of a werewolf making trouble up in Tregerin, terrorizing farmers, tearing sheep apart, the whole program. A werewolf? That's news to me. Listen, me too. Didn't see one in almost a decade, and that was far south in Ereva. Been wondering if it's the same one just moving up, like a nomad. I thought the werewolf hype died along with that one romance novel. Ugh, you mean the one with the vampires? Think so. Nah, that just splits society into two camps. Team werewolf or team vampire? Which one are you in, Cape? So, I mean, honestly, neither in the show. I mean, okay, so this is obviously a reference to Twilight, and in Twilight, I would not be interested in Edward or Jacob. Either of them, not really. I'd be more into Alice, Edward's sister, who is a vampire, and so I guess we shall choose that. So you're into the fangs, are ya? An innkeep never tells. You little rascal, I like you. Likewise, what about you? Vampires. Why? The wolves are too close to my kin, and yeah, I'd rather stay away from them. Is that why you don't want to take care of the werewolf yourself? Yes. No. I'm just afraid he might look a little too much like my Uncle Dragon. Would feel bad slaying that fella. You know, hunchback, hairy, crooked teeth. Is that a werewolf or just Uncle Dragon? You can't tell. Same fate befell Aunt Olga. I'm sorry to hear that. Nah, that hag had it coming. Never fall behind your grooming schedule, or before you know it, the next wannabe Van Helsing will strike you down with the silver arrow. Did the Van Helsings also hunt werewolves? Don't know. Don't care enough to check. Either way, that southern werewolf, yeah? Right. Anything else that might help others get it done with rather swiftly? Fetch. Pardon me? Should they get into a dangerous situation, they'll just have to start playing fetch. That works? On any dog, trust me. Good to know. Thanks, Lynn. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Either Carolyn, Care, or Lynn. Gotcha, Carolyn. Alright, Chief. You got a name, or is it just Innkeep? Just Innkeep for now. Playing hard to get, I see. Well, Innkeep, then before I venture on, you've got a drink for me? Of course. What would you like? I'll take something powerful. Something with a whole lot of strength. And don't you dare give me any of that watered-down muck instead. You would like a Southern Brawler. Southern Brawler. The Southern Brawler is the perfect combination of offense and defense, dominated by the picante aroma of Ignis. This drink is served fiery hot or ice cold, depending on the kind of fight you're looking for. Boop. That is a little bit of charisma. A whole lot of strength. And some defense to top it off. Yep, and some for you. Here we go. Just for the puppy. Well, dragon, puppy, same hat. A drink with 0 water as requested. Not bad. Just what I was craving. Thanks. Where will you head from here? Hops back west, through the Ashen Grove. Got some business to take care of. What kind of business? Personal business. Care to elaborate? No. But you won't stop asking until I do, will ya? No. My cousin claims her crops are being stolen by undead snails. Obviously, I'm pretty sure she's hallucinating. But I did hear some folks complaining about an undead uptick in the west, so might as well humor her. And make sure she hasn't turned into an undead snail herself. Something like that, yeah. It's odd, ain't it? Resurrecting the dead. Certainly unconventional. That's one way to put it. I think there's not much use digging up the past. It's just going to open wounds you stapled shut. Or eat your face. The past haunts anyone willing to listen. Would you mind talking like a normal person? I ain't exactly up for philosophizing. You've started this conversation, and I'm ending it. Alright, well, then. If you find any more rumors for me or need aid, don't shy away from coming back. I'm more of a lone wolf, don't do groups. But sure, for more work, I'll be back. I'll be waiting. Speaking of rumors, you know how to turn them into proper quests, right? Don't want them to go to waste. I do indeed. Good. Good. Enjoy the lone wolfing. Alright, time to assemble a quest. We're looking at the Volkucking Carolyn told about a werewolf who is roaming around Tregerin, a potential threat to villagers. A werewolf's secret weakness is playing fetch. Apparently no dog can resist the urge to run after a stick. The werewolf previously has been seen in Erevis, a southern town. A nomad, or do they have a goal in mind? Yay! A reticent Volkuckin passed by the wayfarers in reporting a werewolf making their way up to Tregerin from Ereva. They pose a potential threat to both helpless sheep and the villagers. Apparently werewolves love playing fetch. Are you brave enough to take on this quest and save Tregerin from this werewolf mayhem? This game is so cute. It's adorable. It's got, like, I don't know. I love visual novels in general, and I was looking for visual novels when I found it. But this one is just adorable. I was caught off guard by how fun it is to make drinks. In fact, like, I wish there was more opportunities to make drinks within it. And the drinks actually, like, affect things in the storyline, which I think is even cooler. It's, honestly, I have adored it so far. What do you have there, Fable? I found this on your notice board. It says a werewolf is terrorizing Tregerin. Is that true? It is indeed. Have you sent anyone after it yet? Maybe that hooded guy from yesterday? Not yet. What kind of hero are you, looking for? One who knows their way around difficult terrains? Woods even. Preferably one who's good with a bow. One who tells me they want the quest. I'm good with the bow. Yes, Fable. And I know my way around any woods. I know, Fable. And maybe I want the quest. Just maybe. No, not just maybe. Since yesterday, all I've been able to think about is you telling me to follow your heart, and then I step into your tavern, and the quest practically jumps out at me, and I think, Hey, there's the start for an adventure. It's near a forest. You know forests. You live in a forest. And werewolves are basically just normal wolves, but slightly scarier because they're also human, but you've talked to humans before. And you got silver arrows for your birthday last year, and they're just collecting dust in your room, and 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 I thought I could ask you if anyone had taken it yet. And then I didn't think that far ahead. I see. Or rather, I did. But then I thought, what if I take the quest? Then I have to go on the quest. And then I have to fight the werewolf. Or talk to the werewolf, which is worse. Because what if the werewolf doesn't like me? And then what if I try to shoot it with my silver arrow and I miss and shoot a tree instead? And then the tree would be mad at me. But it wouldn't really matter because I'd be dead. Because of the werewolf. That took a quick turn. So maybe I should put the quest back. Fable? Yes? Do you want me to tell you to take this quest? Maybe. I can't make this decision for you. Neither can I. Whenever I have to make a difficult decision, it's like I freeze in place. And suddenly I'm unable to move until someone makes the decision for me. Like a slime. A frozen slime that can't move. I've met slimes less anxious than you. You've met slimes? My tavern is open to everyone. Oh, right. What do slimes drink? Water. More slime. Bones. You sell bones? Only to slimes. Maybe you'll be able to add my bones to your menu soon. You'll just have to pick them up from the forest floor. I think I'd have a hard time convincing a werewolf to give up free bones. Why are you so anxious, Fable? In general, I think answering that would take up more time than we have to spare. About taking the quest, it seems that you want to take it, but you're trying to talk yourself out of it instead. Oh, well, I do want to go on that quest. Werewolves may not be the best muses, but it would make a good start for a song, right? The prelude of an epic, Fable, the protector of the woods, the world, the worms. The worms? They seem like they need protecting, but every time I think about embarking on a quest, and I start to think more deeply about what might happen, all my bones start to shake and I feel dizzy. Is there something making you feel like you might fail? Aside from the bloodthirsty werewolf? We don't know what it's thirsty for. It might prefer orange juice. It might. Well, heroes have a history, right? Great feats they can look back on to prove their bravery. Inspirational adventures that remind them of the light in the dark. I have the opposite of that. Great mistakes and epic regrets. Like the Mary Morgan incident, or my first encounter with the Amaranthine Hydra, or the reason why nobody wants to spend time with me. Why does nobody want to spend time with you? Because I'm unlucky. I'm unlucky, and whenever good things are supposed to happen, I ruin them. No matter how easy things might be, nothing seems easy enough for me. Imagine there's one nail sticking out of the whole kingdom. Everyone would pass by it except for me. I'd get caught on it and rip my coat. Did that happen once? Once? I wish it had just been once. It seems like my life only follows a path that is most embarrassing. Or dangerous. Or dangerously embarrassing. The curse of ill luck follows me wherever I go, like an adventuring companion who secretly wants to kill you. No one wants to hang out with someone who naturally attracts bad things. You're too harsh on yourself, Fable. Am I? See, just last week I wanted to gather fresh flowers. The daffodils are blooming, and they make for a nice bouquet, you know? Or hair accessories, they always calm my anxiety when I have them around. But me being me, I confuse them with their evil twin, the weeping amaryllis. Now guess what I spent the whole day afterwards doing? Weeping. Like a baby, all day long. When I plucked them, they released their spores, and I started crying. I suddenly felt all the sadness in the world rush over me. I've never been so heartbroken. I'm sorry. That sounds horrible, Fable. It was. Between the tears and the sobs, I managed to make a tincture out of hogweed. It eased the pain, but the tears wouldn't stop until dawn. I'm so silly sometimes. Your first encounter with the Hydra? Well, just a day after it arrived to guard the portal to the dream plane Avalon, I wanted to be polite and neighborly, so I brought some homemade biscuits. I burned them a little in the oven, but I thought since it had fire breath it wouldn't mind. So I approached the Amaranthine Hydra, and I have this whole speech prepared about how I'm looking forward to having it around, and how its green scales match my hat. But it was so tall and intimidating, I forgot all about what I wanted to say. So I just set down the biscuits and smiled awkwardly. It looked at my biscuits and then at me, and it said, "By the rivers of the stars stands a man who reads the firmament's path. Some things are sturdy as the gilded ice. Some things are changing as a leviathan sea. All chimeras hate mice. All hydras love tea." I thought to myself, wow, the Amaranthine Hydra has given me a riddle, a quest. Maybe this shall be my first adventure. But I couldn't figure out the answer, so I left, and I tried to solve the riddle for 3 days. I was too ashamed to step foot in front of it again, lest it know that I was not worthy of its wisdom. But then I couldn't take it anymore, and I ran back, apologized, and begged for the answer. Turns out, that's just how it speaks. It wanted tea. Did you get it some? Yes. Then you completed its quest. 3 days late. If I'd needed an antidote, it would have died. Wood halves are about as useful as an antidote when you haven't been poisoned. They change nothing. I suppose you have a point. The Mary Morgan incident? Yes, the Mary Morgan incident. That was probably the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me. Do we really have to talk about that? Only if you want to. Liquids. It is very hot here. Alright, but just because it's you. An adventuring party was on their way passing through the Ashen Grove. Due to the Sylvian spirits, it gets fairly foggy at night. And the fog bears great danger to anyone who isn't acquainted with the spirits who call it home. So they wanted guidance from a local ranger. A merchant up in Triggering recommended me. I agreed to help, of course. My first adventure, yay! And no riddles to get confused about either. I was so excited, but also very, very nervous, so of course it had to go wrong. I think it was the nerves. Why were you so nervous? New people, seasoned adventurers, one stronger than the next, all in shining armor and armed to the teeth. I wanted to leave a good impression, but my bad luck got in the way. How did it go wrong? I felt their condescending glares on my back as I walked them through the woods. Of course, I don't know whether they actually glared. But my fear got a hold of me, and I led them astray. I must have blacked out. I've never gotten lost in the woods before. But this time I did. I couldn't see well. There was blood rushing in my ears, and I felt dizzy. Excuse me. So for some reason, I led them along the path no one should ever take. Past the riverbanks of the Shivermere, home to the Mary Morgan. You know of the Mary Morgan, yes? The wrathful spirit that's known to drown men? Not sure if she really differentiates between genders, though. For some stupid reasons, I led them right into her arms. I got scared, and in the end, they had to save me. They fought the creature, and we finally found a way out when dawn broke, and the fog faded away. I couldn't look at them for the rest of the journey, and I silently bid my farewells when we reached the other side of the Ashen Grove. I was too embarrassed to speak. I'm sure I'm still the laughingstock at every one of their greetings. How am I ever supposed to set foot in the adventuring world again? To be fair, it could have been worse. I could have led them right into the arms of the wyvern chimera that resides in the Quag mangrove. They say it has a taste for adventurers. But you didn't. But I didn't. You seem to be very insecure. I think that's the biggest problem here. But how can I not be when everything I touch falls apart? You know that isn't true. You're right. I'm a great gardener. Everything grows around me. But I seem to just get smaller. Except zucchinis. I can't figure out how to grow those. So, in a way, I'm like a zucchini. I'm insecure because I don't know what I'm capable of. You'll have to find that out then. Like, on a quest? For example. You don't think I'm a little underleveled? Do you think that will change by sitting around? I guess not. Someone has to help those people, right? What if I don't and then no one else comes around? What if I'm the only chance they've got? But what if I'm not? What if there's someone better? The best thing you can do is try to help them. So what if another adventurer swings by and they're able to make the situation better? Isn't that a good thing? 4 hands are better than 2, and who knows, you might even end up forming a party. Oh. And besides, if it's a perfect hero they want, they'll be waiting forever. I didn't think about it like that. Maybe I shouldn't decide to give up before I even try. After all, I am a very fast runner, so if I screw up, I can just run away real quick. That's the spirit. Okay, I, Fable, a great gardener and, future hero, charmer of nymphs, am going to embark on this quest and save the villagers. And I shall return victorious. Did I do it right? Yes, good job. I leave the quest in your capable hands, brave adventurer. Would you like a drink to aid you on your journey? Yes. Do you have something that can make me more nimble and quiet so that the werewolf won't see me coming? Something with a lot of dexterity. If I want to fight, I'm going to need that surprise round advantage. Or maybe something that can help me with diplomacy? Perhaps it's just a hungry lost lichen after all, and it only needs a pep talk and a hug. Maybe we could even be friends. But I would need something with a lot of charisma for that. I will leave the choice up to you. Just make sure you don't pick a random recipe. Please keep it to one of the abilities I asked for. Remember, your choice can influence my fate. It could change the entire outcome of this quest. But of course you already know that. Sorry for backseat mixing. So, I've already played through the beginning of the game, as I said at the first part of this stream. So I'm going to make the same choices I made there, and I was extremely non-confrontational in all the drinks I decided to make, and I'm going to continue to be that way. I just like the idea of outsmarting or talking it through or making friends much better than big epic fights. So that'll be our goal. Some strength and some dexterity. What a lovely drink we have. Yes, best drink. Best drink there is ever. There you are, Fable. Thank you. I feel much better. Braver. But farming. No, wait, that sounds like I'm tending to a farm. There are a lot of farmers in Triggerin. And I'm going to protect them all. Or talk to them until they feel better. I'm sure they could use that too. I just hope I don't have to fight anyone. No, I'll be okay. Because of your help, I'll be able to talk myself out of any situation. Thank you again. I think this drink gave me the courage I needed to get started. You got this, Fable. I'll try. Have some faith in yourself. Okay, I got this. Much better. Oh, I almost forgot. I was thinking about how much your words helped me yesterday. And how I'd have to thank you properly if I ever did end up taking a quest, so, I brought you some phoenix chilies from my garden. They seemed like something you might enjoy. They possess natural magical properties. If you plant them in the right soil, they can grow to be fire resistant. And consumption can pass that on to mortals like us? Exactly, I thought they might go well with your drinks. They will. Thank you, Fable. That's a very thoughtful gift. Since I'm waiting for another shipment of infusions in a few days, I'll take a look at them all together later. Of course. I'm glad you like them. Maybe I'll order a drink with some next time. But first, I have to complete my quest. I'll see you post-victory. Fable is adorable. I absolutely love Fable. I hope Fable will be alright. I wonder what path their fate took. Maybe a zesty one. I hope I was able to help. Hello, welcome back. I saw somebody in somebody else's chat call this person redacted, and I might call them redacted as well, because you'll see as we go that they never keep a name. When I got their first name, I assumed that was their real name, foolishly. That was pretty silly of me. But you find out later that they constantly are giving new names, and he changes it consistently. Pronouns are he, they, by the way. I'll try to alternate between those two. But yeah, he regularly switches up his name, and it'll change up here on his bar too, and that's just great. You again. Me again. And who are you? Someone who wants a drink. What kind? Drink. Yes, I get it. Could you try being more specific? I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. That Spoken Heart one tasted fine. Thank you. Spoken Art is 1, 2, 3, and then strength and defense. Heck yeah, I got it right first try. I'm just that good. A Spoken Heart, just for you. Maybe it'll help you find more words. Good attempt. Perfectly drinkable. Might make me come back for more. Might not. Thank you. Enjoy. Charming. Careful, you'll step on my cape. How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do his voice? Eccentric but fancy. Eccentric but fancy. Careful, you'll step on my cape. Oh, shush. Greetings, travelers. How may I help you? Ugh, not another one of those empty babblers. I should use the same dialogue I used last time, too. I can confidently say I'm anything but empty. That's what they all say. Seems they've given you a bit more dialogue options than most, but that don't convince me just yet. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Course not. Probably forgot to give you enough intellect. Would surprise me if there was actually a brain inside that skull. I'm sure there is. Have you checked? No, but I can assure you I'm different from your average background character. Nope, sorry. Sure. I must agree. You look much more delicious than they usually do. Thank you. Though I should let you know I'm not on the menu. Don't worry too much about him. He's a tad quirky. I see. That thing on your shoulder, is it quirky too? What thing? Ah, my cape. Your cape? That's not his cape. That green fella on his shoulder is an ooze, or what's left of it. And the rest of it's on you. Aye, pretty tough to clean off. May I ask how that happened? You just did. Maybe I can offer you a drink in exchange for the story and your names? Yes, I love stories. Well then, may I have your name? No, but I shall tell it to you. I'm Sir Alphonse Louis Frederic Ducat de Song. Oh, his name is French. Should I give him a French accent? It sounds French. It does. It has French accents. Ducat. Alphonse Louis Frederic Ducat de Song. It's long for Kyle. Oh yeah, his name's Kyle. Kyle? Kyle. Well, Kyle, what kind of drink can I offer you? Blood. Or, if you're out, I would also settle for something that tastes like blood. Or looks like it. Red is my favorite color. I'll look for something with red in it. I know what I'm making for you. 1, 2, 3. Then it's defense and charisma, yes. Heck yeah, it is. Some almost blood for you, sir. Oh, thank you very kindly. That looks delicious. It also tastes delicious. Very alive. Maybe as a chaser, you could let me have a bite. No. Okay. And to whom may I offer the second drink? Rhea Frostgrip. Nice to meet. Yeah, Skip. Just serve me something strong, something that feels durable, tough like a mountain or the caves of Ur. One of those frosted lagoons looks close enough. Coming right up. 1, 2, 3. Says I don't remember. Frosted Lagoon. We got some charisma and some strength for that. Stay strong, Andu. A taste of just for you, valued customer number 2. Oh, are you hitting the placeholder text? Let me try. I see many things, but not a liar. Tastes like a pile of rocks, just how I like it. So, Rhea, Kyle, what about that ooze-filled story? Fine, guess you've earned it. Alright, picture me deep in the mountains of Dulvimer with my trusty axe and a good drink by my side. There I was, minding my own business, digging for the good stuff, you know. Hit a gold vein earlier, had deemed myself the luckiest dwarf of all time. Had a real big pile of gold. Then suddenly, this big ooze comes along and slurp, gone it was. This is a very boring story. Perhaps we could go looking for my cape now. It's nearly sunrise. And? The sun kills ye? Oh, right. Did the ooze also eat the cape? Yes. No. It's not fair. It's hot, and I'm sneezing, and I'm just trying to read the game. Oh no. Oh. Anyways, I wouldn't call myself the best warrior, but when that ooze slurped me gold, I had to do something. So I took me shovel and dug and hit and dug and hit until there was nothing left of the ooze anymore. Well, almost nothing. So did you dig out your gold? Silly food, she dug out me. And guess what he was clinging on to? The gold? Oh yes, a big gold nugget. Should be enough to get to Bohuvia. And perhaps it could even get me a dandy new cape.
I don't think so, Sunshine. We had a deal.
Ah, we did? Please allow me to ask a question. What was that deal again?
I get you to Veruvia so you can participate in your fancy vampire banquet, and in return, I get the gold.
Man, my accents are really just all over the place. You just ignore me. But what about my cape? Where did you last see your cape?
Don't even bother. It's a lost cause. We looked everywhere on our way here. Fought cursed chests, many-eyed monstrosities, undead goons.
And I started to wonder, when did Rio, Alex, I gotta ask you this, when did Rio turn into a mob boss? I need to know. Just out of curiosity.
And I started to wonder,
where, and I don't know how to stop now. I can't put gravel in her voice without making it a mob boss now.
Where in his life did this man put his cape?
Where everyone puts their cape.
Do you know where I put me capes?
Where?
In a wardrobe.
Oh, so you can wear it inside the wardrobe, lad?
What? No.
Kyle, maybe we could find someone to retrieve your cape for you.
We could? Phenomenal.
I could put out a quest for you, but for that we'd need a little more information.
Good luck with that.
First, I'd need to know where you last saw your cape. I was getting ready to go to the annual vampire banquet hosted by Lord Strut in Veruvia. While getting dressed, I realized I couldn't find my cape. My first thought, of course I cannot find it. The cape of invisibility is playing tricks on me. It's quite moody sometimes. Which is truly unfortunate when you want to wear it for an important event. We all know how important a fancy cape is for flaunting your vampire status.
Of course. Then what was the last vampire event you wore the cape to?
My wedding! Your wedding? When I married my sweet Evelyn, I simply had to wear my most treasured cape to show how important she was to me. Evelyn, the vampire countess Evelyn, residing in Marrow Castle? That would be her? Congratulations. Are you still married? Ugh, of course not. I hate her. Every inch of her body. Turns out she just wanted...
Spit it out, leech.
Oh.
What?
My cape.
Ah, rats. Here we go again.
My sweet Evelyn saw my cape.
What now?
That little, mean, vicious, beautiful beast, her, that thief of thieves, robbed me of my most precious possession. Wouldn't that be your heart? No, I had that taken out centuries ago. But my cape, I could never live without that. Oh, sweet, sweet Evelyn, how could you do this to me? I trusted her with all that I had.
That's rough, buddy.
Perhaps innkeeper, that's your name, right?
Sure.
Do you think there's a courageous adventurer out there brave enough to retrieve my precious cape for me? I'm afraid that my sweetest Evelyn will kill me on sight if I ever set foot in her villa again. Yes, I think we can find such an adventurer. We're setting up that search right now. So, where could a brave adventurer find Marrow Castle? Deep past the abyss of dread, at the foot of a mountain range that looks like a witch's bosom, towers the mansion of my dear Evelyn, Queen of Darkness, temptress of men, flamenco champion of 1467. The light heroes should be able to outsmart her and escape with their life, but be wary, she bites. And she may be invisible now. Alright, I think I've got everything I need. I'll write up a quest for you. I'm sure you'll get your cape back in no time. I hope so. That reminds me. Not another cursed monologue. Oh, wait, that's very much the wrong voice. I have to try to put some gravel in it.
Innkeep, quickly, another drink. I don't think I can make it through another tale of woe without some artificial stamina. I need another lagoon. I'll see what I can do. Nope. It's strength and charisma, isn't it? Yeah, charisma and strength. Ugh, I'm sleepy. I might actually call it a night soon. I know, early, short stream, but I think it's appropriate for just getting back into it. And also, I'm dying of heat, and I'm sleepy, and it's 4 a.m., so, you know. Some liquid stamina for a valued guest. Let me try. You got it right again. I might even last till dayfall with this. Kyle, would you like another drink as well? No, I cannot drink now that I am consumed with drops of my love betrayal. Oh, it ails me so. Everything ails you. The whole way here you were complaining about having to walk, and the mobster's back. My bat form doesn't work like it used to. I'm out of practice from this, and the slime weighs heavily on my shoulders. And my back is all itchy. By the dragons, could it be because you insisted on sunbathing? Oh. All right. Innkeeper! Do you have a drink to protect me from the sun? Perchance something that would also moisturize my delicate skin. I'm afraid not. Oh. That reminds me, my Aunt Matilda used to harness the power of chimera saliva for sun protection. A chimera? A beast made out of several animals. Got 3 heads in all, made by the dragons to guard Gaia. Likes to eat people for breakfast. I'm aware, I just didn't know its saliva could be so useful. If only I hadn't eaten that delectable bear chimera in the Scarlet Caves, I could have asked it for a sample of saliva. I'm sure that would have gone over well. Actually, I might know where to find one. Really? Will you get it for me then? No. Oh. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Ms. Frostclip, dearly, maybe we can alter our deal. Oh nay, forget it, I ain't going. With nothing on me but a shovel and ooze goop, I'd be no match for such a beast. No problem, I can make it another quest for my trusted board. And when will it be done? Tell me when I can walk among mortals in the gleaming sunlight once more. As soon as a fearless adventurer picks it up and succeeds, especially that part. Splendid, did you hear that? A quest just for me. Let's leave it at 2. Say innkeep, while we wait for someone to do his work for him, do you perhaps have a room for 2? Possibly a room without sunlight. Wouldn't want Snow White to go up in flames over here. Sure thing, I've got a couple of barred up rooms. You can stay there. How much? You can pay when you leave. Grand. Seems like they gave you more personality than usual. Keep it up. Maybe you'll become a real girl one day. Thank you. Enjoy your stay. You too, tasty creature. Alrighty. We'll put these quests together. So, the thing about these quests is that you could read them all, and I have. It should be noted, I have played this part already. On a mild summer morning, a senile vampire came to look for his cape of invisibility at the Wayfarer's Inn. After steady questioning, the innkeeper uncovered that he lost his cape at his wedding, where his ex-wife, Countess Evelyn, stole it from him. Sheriff resides at the foot of Witch's Wrath Peak. Venture to the peak and dare to retrieve a long-lost cape, but beware, she might be invisible. But you can also just they all match. And I don't just mean color, I also mean designs. Like the last one had the little Superman S's on them, and these ones have the houses.
Until sunrise. Deep in the mangrove resides a wyvern chimera. Its scales and claws are valuable treasure to any alchemist, and its saliva even more so. As it happens, a certain vampire may be able to use the rare saliva to produce a sunscreen so effective that even he could walk in broad daylight. Is there any adventurer or mouse brave enough to confront the beast, the chimera, not the vampire, and bring back a bucket of saliva? Yay! Feeding our little guy, cleaning up shop, and turning off the lights for the night. Alrighty, we are going to call that a day. I should say, what was I gonna say? I am so sleepy. Oh yeah, this was not a long screen. They probably won't be these streams for this game. I do plan to continue streaming it. But even, like, once I'm in a better state and it's not super late and I'm not a bajillion degrees and I have, like, my fan set up closer and stuff, even when all of the conditions are improved, these will still probably be pretty short streams. Probably the same amount of time as my reading streams that I do, because there's a lot of reading in this and, you know, it tuckers out your throat pretty fast. Right now, I just don't have any, like, good drinks to drink from. It's a million degrees in here and I'm tired, so, like, all of these things make that worse, and we might have, like, closer to 2-hour streams. But I'd say more than 2 hours, and I'd really be pushing it, just because of how much reading it would be for me. So yeah, I do plan to continue this series, but for now, we'll be done. I hope you guys all have a great day. Bye!